Okay, I think it's time that we start using one of our followers. As I said in the first episode, we're going to be using the Templar. Sorry, buddy. We're going to be using the Templar pretty exclusively. And that's for a very specific reason. First of all, we can have him taunt enemies that are nearby, which we definitely want him to do. We can also have him regenerate our life a little bit. We can have him do single target damage or stunning. And most importantly, we can have him regenerate arcane power for us, kind of an AoE effect, so to speak. At some point we should probably upgrade him, but for now, this is good enough. This is good enough. So this is Act 4, the first of many bounties. At some point we need to actually do a rift. I might actually do that after I complete this series of bounties. Wow, the amount of damage those arcane orbs do, it's no joke. No joke. So that was definitely a good choice. And so we'll just kind of refresh that every chance we can. Yeah, this is actually working out quite well.
The Mallet Lords are brutal overseers, second only to the 7 evils themselves. The Mallet Demons rule the seething outer reaches of the hells that surround the central realms, and have long refused to join any of the lesser evils' armies. Surely the destruction would be unthinkable if such a thing ever came to pass.
Wow, that was one orb. One orb. Oh gosh. Do not get hit by those guys. Do not get hit by those guys. Cannot emphasize that enough. Because my god, do they hit hard. Not bad. Alright. I feel like we've got a pretty good rotation going on here. I feel really good about, like, we've got a couple permanent auras. We've got the arcane orbit. We've got the ice armor, and we've got some cooldowns, you know, wave of force and diamond skin, and then we've got our sustained abilities, you know. And I think that's working out quite well for us. So this is a pretty good working rotation. Okay, we have unlocked the Hydra and disintegrate. Okay, so we've got some choices to make here. So Ray of Frost is what we have been using, and it's got a pretty good scaling, pretty good damage, etc., etc. Disintegrate costs a little bit more arcane power. It also has scaling. And it looks like right now it's not the best. However, one of the things that it can do later is it can cause enemies to explode when you attack them. So that's kind of nice. So we may be using Disintegrate later. It also, I believe, passes through enemies, which is nice. Just go ahead and add this rune, because why not? We may consider using the Hydra. I think right now we're not going to, because it's just not powerful enough to warrant it. But that's a pretty common late game build right there. A lot of people use the Hydra to help with the Talrash's set. Alright, we found a cursed chest, so we'll be opening that up after we clear this area out. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, hello. Nice. This actually gives us some decent clear, because whenever we use whenever we have the ice armor active, enemies that attack us get frozen, and then we can just kind of walk in with this arcane orbit. We gotta be careful, but we can do that. I like it. I like it a lot. I really like the aesthetics of Act 4. Just kind of just the way the high heavens look. I've always enjoyed that. I think it's pretty nifty. This is one of the other nice things about having a Templar, is that you don't have to worry so much about getting focused by bosses. You can just kind of focus on doing your damage and such. So that's always nice. Let's see what we've got here. Anything we can use. We've got some sources, but with the weapon we have, that doesn't make sense. We've got a Witch Doctor mask, which is useless to us. We'll switch that out. And then I think the rest of these are just going to be set back. This might be worth having just because it has a socket. But that's a lot of recovery to lose. We'll put it in. And then we'll add some more intelligence to our character. Awesome. And we also completed one of our objectives for the season, to kill Rakanoth. So, that's nice. Alright, moving on. Okay, we have unlocked... Where is it at? We've unlocked one of the most important abilities in hardcore difficulty. The teleport ability does exactly what it sounds like. Later on, we will probably be replacing Diamond Skin with the teleport ability, because there's so many things in this game that are area of effects, so like plague and things like that. We really need those to go away and to not stand in those things, so we will be using that later on. For now, though, we're just going to stick with our diamond armor, because it's doing pretty well for us. It's nice to have kind of a burst reduction. Okay, so we've got a platforming bit here, which is an interesting change of pace. So it looks like we have to stand on these in order to solidify them, and then when we step on certain ones, we spawn in enemies. Very interesting. Man, these guys hit hard. It's a good thing we've got some survivability tools. Probably helps that they also, you know, broadcast where they're gonna land. Maybe I shouldn't be standing there. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And of course, there's the platform I need, and I'm glitching out. That sucks. Grr. Grr arg. There we go. Okay, we reached the final chest. Now we've got this guy, who we are just grinding down, no problem. So my goal here is to kill the Mallet Lord as quick as possible. Not allow him to live for long at all. Because no joke, they can one-shot you, depending on your difficulty. So it's really, really important we never ever get hit by one of those. And focus them whenever possible. The Nephalem Proving Ground. Inspect the cursed chest. What could possibly go wrong? one mob pack down. Looks like we're trying to find all these enemies and kill them, so I'm actually gonna wade into them a little bit. Okay, that's not doing as much damage as I thought it would. Oh gosh. Mother of Pearl. Come on. There's no way we're gonna get this bonus. It's just not gonna happen. We're standing in the fire. But that's okay. Oh, I was wrong. There is a way that we can get it. Nice. Well, let's open up these chests then. We've reached our inventory cap. So let's see if there's any upgrades here for us. There are a few. So now we go back to town, salvage these, and then keep going through the bounties. Good thing to note is that whenever you salvage items that have gems in them, you get the gem back. It's nice. It's nice to have. I'm not going to go back for that blue piece of gear because in all likelihood we'll just be outgrowing it here soon anyway. Okay, those things are hitting hard, so I do need to actually kite those if possible. Don't get hit by the Mount Lord. Okay, so these guys have two modifiers on them, Arcane and Enchanted. So, important that we take them out. Okay, where's the main guy? Strange. They didn't drop any loot, so I know that there's another master around that we need to kill. But I can't seem to find him. Oh well. Maybe one of them just dropped like, 10 gold or something like that and I just missed it. Okay, so here's the boss. Gotta be very careful. Boom. Okay. Gonna go back to Tyrael. Turn in this bounty. Nothing here is an upgrade, so we can safely salvage it all. Repair. Put some more money into there. And that's helped us with our season journey. So now we're gonna put money into here. And again, more of our season journey completed. So now we can start working on the enchanter. Now, we won't be able to fully upgrade the gem merchant and the blacksmith until we hit level 70 because there's an item that only drops at that level. But for now, it's not bad. We're gonna drop these things into our stash, and I don't know if we can actually do a rift right now. Let me check that. It looks like we can, so I think it's time we go into a Nephalem rift. Give this a go. So the way that the rifts work is that they are randomly generated levels. They're procedurally generated. All the places we've been to before are pre-existing maps that were from the story, so these are all randomly generated. I did hear a treasure goblin to start with, so we know that there's one of those around. Ah, and he's right there, as it turns out. So let's see if we can actually finish him off quickly. Good. And then we can work on these guys. Generally speaking, if you're trying to get more items, more gear, rifts are the way to go, because a lot more items drop in rifts than they will from bounties. But you still want to do bounties so that you can get those special pieces of I don't even know what you call it, but basically those items, like you saw I got that corrupted angel's flesh, and that only drops from bounties in Act 5. And so you will need those. It's important you get those. And you can also get certain other items from Haraja caches and things like that. So, you know, there's a balance to be found. It'll be interesting for leveling purposes to see what's going to be better, rifts or bounties. Because offhand, I actually don't know. So every time we kill an elite pack, they drop orbs with the skulls on them, and whenever we get those skulls, it fills up this meter here. And once the meter fills up, then the Rift Guardian will appear, and when we kill the Rift Guardian, we can get all kinds of loot, and we've technically completed the Rift. So here's another elite pack, and you can see, again, that when we kill them, they're going to give us the items we need to summon the Rift Guardian. I'll make sure that we get away from those guys because they explode, and that explosion does do damage. So very important that we don't get hit by that. It's interesting to note that that actually does do a little bit of damage to enemies nearby, so it's kind of nice. So there's some more of that. Real quick, I'm going to see what abilities we've unlocked here. Runes and such. Siphoning Blade increases arcane energy. Electrocute does chain lightning. That's not very good. Death Blossom is kind of a fun ability because it basically sends magic missiles to random places, but if they hit anything, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. You can see it can go up to 95% damage. You know, not very efficient, but pretty fun. Slow time, we've got Time Shell, which slows enemies down. Wave of Force. We've got another Energy Twister thing. Meteor's fun. Does exactly what it sounds like. Drops a meteor from the sky. Storm Armor, we've got Reactive Armor. We've unlocked a Familiar, which basically is kind of like a pet that does damage, which is okay. Astral Presence. Increase your maximum arcane power by 20 and arcane power regeneration by 2.5 per second. So right now we don't need that, but it's nice to have that option later on in case we start getting a little more mana hungry. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by those either because they do a pretty decent amount of damage. And again, they're going to scale based on difficulty and damage modifiers and things like that. So, yeah, you don't want those. Okay, so we're moving on to level 2, and you can see that the map has changed completely. So we've essentially gotten into a new procedurally generated map. Okay, these are pylons. Pylons are basically like the shrines, but a lot more powerful. So the channeling pylon basically makes it so that we have very little cooldown, and so that we don't spend any mana. So we can basically just spam this at this point, and we can also cast our abilities without needing to worry about mana. Oh gosh, holy crap, that hurt. Whew. Yeah, again, I mean, you can see why we're not going up in difficulty too quickly here, because, yeah, we're doing fine, but like that there, you know, we went to half health from one mob. So in the right circumstances, we could get in a lot of trouble on this difficulty. So there's just no hurry. No hurry, because that's how people die. You know, we haven't used Magic Missile, like, at all. I think what I'm going to do is actually equip teleport to my left click. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Okay, so then I think what I'll do is switch Arcane Orb and teleport. Switch that to orbit. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Jeez. I don't want 2 clicks. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Give me a minute. Okay, so what's going on here is that the game is coded in such a way that we can't actually use an ability that needs an enemy nearby, and it also doesn't want to use an activated ability like a teleport on the left click. So I just put I put ice armor there, and that's going to be fine. So we've got Arcane Orbit on E, and we've got Teleporter over here. Teleporter will also help us to travel a little bit, which is nice. So now we've got more survivability tools, which is nothing but good. Nothing but good. Alright, let's check and see what we got. That's an upgrade. And that's an upgrade. This is technically an upgrade, but it's not enough of an upgrade for me to let go of the legendary right now. This is an upgrade. This is an upgrade. Is that it? Nope. Still more we can put on. Okay. So we'll slot that in. Good to go. This guy looks particularly nasty. But overall, he's not bad. He's just misunderstood, you know? I mean, some men just want to watch the world burn. He just wants a friend. Can't fault a guy for that. Oh, hello. Nice. We're really close to getting the Rift Guardian soon. Pretty close. Just mowing these guys down. Just mowing them down, man. Not a problem. We're having no trouble with these guys whatsoever. Oh, here we go. This guy's probably going to trigger the final boss of this area. So, we'll have to be ready. Okay, I'm gonna wait until Diamond Skin recharges. Refresh my ice armor. Here we go. Alright, Rift Guardian. Oh boy. This guy is tough. Okay, don't stand in that. Don't stand in that. He's doing a lot of damage, but we're healing pretty quick, so that's good. It's really good. Use our teleport a little bit. And finish him off. Whew! No joke. Oh look, we got a legendary axe. That's awesome. What do we got? Genzaniku. So this does less damage, gives us a lot more toughness and recovery, and has a chance to summon a ghostly fallen companion when attacking. I think for us this is actually not going to be good. However, for our Templar friend, it would be very good. I don't see a shield that we can give him, so that's a bummer. But we've got some other loot for ourselves, and that's really nice. That is really nice. Okay, we could continue to explore if we wanted to, but I'm actually just going to teleport and go back to town. Nice. Reached level 27 from that. Completed a new part of our objectives. We're doing good. We are doing really good. So we just need to keep socketing gems into our gear. We need to get the Mystic to level 10. And we need to kill these bosses and get to level 50. We can at least put a little bit of money into the Enchanter. We probably should be able to get her to level 10 right now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's take a look at our runes real quick. Magic Weapon has the Electrify talent, which is nice. Disintegrate gets Convergence, which increases the width of the beam, allowing it to hit more enemies. That's alright. Teleport now has Safe Passage. For 5 seconds after you teleport, you take 25% less damage. We will certainly be equipping that. Hydra, we've got Arcane Hydra. Blizzard is new, and it kind of drops a blizzard in an area, slows enemies down. What's going on here? Why did... Oh, I see what happened. I equipped Teleport on the wrong slot. Okay, well, let's just look at these real quick. Unleashed increases the damage of Explosive Blast. We don't care about that. Mirror Image. Summon 2 illusory duplicates of yourself that taunt nearby enemies for 1 second, last for 7 seconds, and have 50% of your life. They'll also do 10% of your damage in that form. Then we've got Illusionist. When you take more than 15% of your maximum life in damage within 1 second, the cooldowns on Mirror Image, Slow Time, and Teleport are reset. When you use Mirror Image, Slow Time, or Teleport, your movement speed is increased. That sounds like a really, really good ability for us to take. We're going to wait till level 30 to get that, though, just because it's good, but not good enough for me to get rid of any of our other 2 passives. So we're going to do that. And then here, we're going to re-equip Diamond Skin. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the Crystal Shell. And then we'll just salvage all our crap.